Hey everybody, how's it going? So I'm doing a test live stream real quick. Um, I haven't used Streamlabs before, but anyways, I did want to use this opportunity to actually give a big shout out and thank you to all you OG apes out there who have been truly voting with your dollar in these companies and holding the line and really building up and bolstering this community, right? Everybody seems to be gravitating towards this. A lot of retail investors and just average people, especially those who either were themselves impacted or someone they know, especially parents, impacted by the 2008 crash and recession. And this really is war. It is a new Occupy Wall Street. I think this movement has some of the best chances to truly make changes in the way that the economy works and the way that Wall Street works and potentially the way the government works. I mean, to be honest, I have a lot of skepticism on whether or not the SEC or any of these other regulators will actually do anything about this. Um, but what I am seeing is a way for many of us to transcend the whole political nonsense that divides us every day on a host of um, other issues. But this truly does transcend that, and I like that we, across all ages right now, and political leanings and religions, all of that stuff, races, that we truly do see us being able to come together around this. And I have to say again that I am so incredibly thankful for the OG apes, people like Matt Kohrs, Trey Collins, and many others that are creating these communities on YouTube and Twitter, really forcing us to look at and learn some of the ways and some of the inner workings of the stock market. I always had the goal of getting into trading. Um, I was always fascinated about the idea of making money from money. I mean, it really did seem that the only way to truly ever become financially free or even wealthy is to use capital to make capital, right? But it was very scary. It was a daunting world for me. Very overwhelming. Oh, lots of just uncertainty about where do you even start when learning about this stuff? Is it even worth it? Because as we all know, it's just straight up corrupt, rigged for the financial elite. They make money on the way up and on the way down. Now I know some traders know how to do that have been in this for a while. But that's what kind of makes it scary to people who have never done it before and are just trying or just now starting to kind of try to get into it. Um, and so I think that these this community of apes has really done a lot for people like me who always wanted to get into trading, but again, didn't know where to start. I have learned so much about the stock market, about charts, about, support and resistance, the MACD, RSI, looking at volume, learning about short squeeze, learning about options a little bit, and just different ways of investing, whether it be in crypto or in the stock market, or in ETFs and derivatives and all of that. I just love that this has sent me on the track to just obsessing over learning about these things, about fundamental analysis, about technical analysis, all of that. And I find that a lot of the other things I was focusing on and caring about in terms of kind of the big picture and problems we face as a country, as people trying to, look towards the future and see what opportunities are there for us and for our kids, for those of us who have them. And I don't know, I really think that this movement is going to allow a lot of us to learn the ways of investing, and even though I do think that there's a market crash coming, I mean, geez, we've been saying this for years and hearing this from analysts or from people who are in the know but maybe not allowed to go in onto the mainstream media and talk about these things. I mean, indicators off the charts of that a crash is coming. I mean, the Federal Reserve, they've just been kicking the can down the river or down the road and delaying the inevitable. And so, yes, that's coming. But I think that with this movement, it's also going to force a lot of us to learn about how you do make money on the way down when the stock market does crash. It helps us learn about assets and about what truly are considered assets that we should definitely invest in or that we think will definitely go up in value in the future, specifically Bitcoin. I am a convert for Bitcoin. I'm another one of those kind of average people that knew nothing about it, but in this last, I don't know, 6 months or so, that's another one of those things I've just went balls deep into learning about, and I'm sold. Bitcoin is the future. Bitcoin will fix freaking everything. And so I'm all about that, and I'm all about learning how to save up money and use my other investing strategies in the stock market or other crypto to use whatever gains comes from that and put into Bitcoin for the future. Day to day, there's a lot of things to think about, I think, in our daily lives, especially just as average people. And, man, I've been truly searching for something that I can put my time and energy into and my brain power into focusing on so that I can actually prepare for the future and prepare for my children to maybe not enter such an uncertain world when they become adults. I mean, I think we have a whole lot of bad on the horizon coming in terms of economy and our culture and country broadly, but I am overall optimistic because I think that if this country is allowed to, the economy particularly, fall, I think it's going to give so much more opportunity for things to be changed and fixed in a positive way. And I really do think Bitcoin's going to play a big part of that. Of course, after the Federal Reserve or the Treasury or whoever goes through and creates their own, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, of course they're going to try to do their own to maintain that centralized power over the financial world and over the currency. But they're going to fail. Bitcoin, there's nothing more perfect than Bitcoin. I think all these other cryptos are kind of just second layer, possible useful tools for things like smart contracts. But Bitcoin is going to be the asset. It's going to be the thing that countries will want to hold on reserves, much like they did with gold. I'm hoping that we do that and that we can actually issue notes, bank notes, backed by Bitcoin as we did with gold. I think that will be amazing. So anyways, I really did just want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for all of you that have been trading for a while, who started this or jumped in at the beginning of this movement. I've only been trading since April. I've luckily been able to stay pretty neutral thanks to Bitcoin at first. Um, Helped offset any of the losses I saw in some of the um, equity trading that I was doing. And lately it's actually been AMC and BBIG that have helped kind of help offset the losses I saw from Bitcoin when it crashed recently. So, anyways, I've been really lucky, knock on wood, so far to not see major losses. I'm really trying to be careful with what I'm doing. Um, the one thing that hit me really hard was Dogecoin. Right at the beginning of my trading, as I was hearing Dogecoin being pumped by a lot of people, I knew it was started as a joke. I get that. But then hearing Elon Musk, of course, pumping Doge, and then I was like, oh man, I got to buy in. Oh my gosh. So I started buying at like 40, 50, 60 cents. And then it ran up to that 70 whatever cents. Right as I bought like several $100s worth. And then boom, tanked right after Musk's SNL appearance. And so far I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure Doge isn't going to zero. It's going to have some staying power for a while. So I just have been buying the dip. I've been averaging down. I'm averaged down now to about 37 cents or so. So I'll actually start hopefully seeing green on that once it pushes forward into the 30s again, maybe 40s. Fingers crossed. I may still average down, try to get under 20 cent or under 30 cents, so that when it does, like it has a few times, cross that 30-cent threshold, I'll be able to say that I'm in the green again from that. But then again, the other thing that's hit me really hard was SPRT. I went against my better judgment. Again, I don't know very much, but I even was listening to, Matt Kohrs over here, and he even said, "Okay, don't get in. It's already run. Don't chase. Just don't do it." And what did I do? I did it anyways, and I bought it at $31 per share of SPRT. So, anyways, this last couple of weeks have been brutal on that. Down several $100s. And now I'm kind of setting up. Now that the merger went through for SPRT, I am hoping that we do in the next few weeks see it at least hit 30 again. That way, if it doesn't go any higher than that, I can cut my losses. But if it does, then I can get maybe even a little bit ahead. But I'm not going to get greedy. I've got to try to come up on that just to reduce losses at this point. So, anyways, just want to talk a little bit about my trading journey thus far. And those who have helped me, and that I really, really do want to say thank you to all the OG apes that have been, keeping this community focused and keeping us learning. I think that's going to be huge for this whole movement and everything. And remember, hedge funds, your days are numbered. There will be more. This is only the beginning. And good luck. Good luck. You've robbed from us for years, and it's time for us to take it back.